À, number 8. Exercise 8, page 150.
Yes.
Number 1,
Number one is false.
false. Information.
The information is yes. The celebration emerged after the Chinese scholar Yuan threw himself into the Milo River in protest against the government of the time.
Um, The celebration emerged after the Chinese scholar threw himself protest against the government of the time.
Mhm.
Mm. So he wasn't saved. For number 1, false. Number 2,
Number two is also false.
false. Keyword.
Keyword is only, and in the paragraph is the majority. It's not only Chinese.
Mm. First began, only Chinese entered. The majority, not all. Number 3,
Number three is also false.
false. If conditions allow,
Yes.
display when the official festival is over.
They said that it will be it is displayed often open earlier and finished later.
Mm. So usually for 1 month, but maybe earlier or finish later, where the permitting is meant.
If condition allows.
Yeah, that's right. If the weather condition is good enough to maintain the festival, because if it's cold enough to maintain the ice exhibits. This is
Mm.
true. The answer is true.
Oh.
Later is mean when it's still be displayed when it's over. Number
Mm.
3, true. Number 4,
Number four is true.
true. Keyword.
Our keyword is there are several different activities involved in this celebration.
So several different activities mean a variety of things. Number 5.
Number five is not given.
Mhm. So they just mentioned the Chinese New Year.
Yes.
Yeah, and the time for family to get together, not the Spring Festival. This one, number 1,
Number one is true. Oh, no. Not given.
not given. Before 20th century, only rich participate. So let me find before 20th century.
Mm-mm.
20th century is mean from 1990, from 1990 to 1999,
Oh,
right?
yes. Yes.
So this one, um, the carnival did not return until 1997. It mean in the 19th century. So only
Mm-mm.
rich. Let me check whether or not only rich.
No.
As the word refer to the participants. Before 20th century, it means before this time, before this time. So we look from here. Now, regardless of social status, what does it mean?
It's like who you are in the society, you rich or you poor.
Yeah,
It,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ah, so the answer is
that is false.
false. Number two, the Venice Carnival was banned in the 18th century.
Uh, yes, it's true.
True, was banned.
Uh, oh, chết rồi. Yeah, false.
This period of festival came to an end. Why?
Yeah,
Why? Does it mention the reason?
no.
No. It doesn't mention that it wasn't popular or because the government regulation. So number two, not given.
Ah,
We don't know the reason. Number three, the most popular days at the carnival are during the week.
no, it false.
It's for keyword.
Keyword. The weekends are the busiest times at Carnival.
So it's false. Number four, none of the festivities take place outside.
It false.
False. Keyword.
Enjoy live music and take part in a large open air festival.
Mm, okay, false. Number five,
Number five is false too.
false too. False. So which one?
Uh, numerous shops in Venice sell these costumes.
Ah, numerous. Opposite. Few places. Number five,
Yes.
false. Number six,
Number six is not given.
not given. Mm. Can you find any information refer to Italian?
No.
No. About costume competition? No.
Because,
How about the condition? This is the condition that you can attend the costume competition.
no, I think that there are no conditions to
Um,
attend.
okay. So costumes, there isn't a competition to just, but they doesn't mention what nationality are you. Number six,
Yes.
not given. Number seven,
Number seven is not given.
not given. Keyword.
Keyword is they mentioned that the the balls can be expensive, but they didn't talk about the tickets.
Mm, um, expensive, right? Which
Yes.
one?
Uh, parties in the most expensive parties in the Valentine's Grand Mask ball held on February.
Uh, you have to pay for these pays mean you buy the ticket to attend, and they can be quite costly. Costly is mean expensive. Expensive is mean worth a lot of money. So number seven is true.
True.
Okay. Now we move to the next one. against festival and traditions. Um, do you often attend the festivals in your hometown when that comes?
Um, yes, I used to when I was a kid, but when I get older, I realized that the time I have should be spent with my family.
Mm. Do you like joining the music festivals?
Yes, I do. It's a very exciting and enjoyable activity.
Is it costly to attend a music festival in your country?
No, I think that it would be free in some regions, but I mean that if you attend the festival, you must dress well and just somehow to look to look good in a festival. So you just only have to spend time on buying costumes.
Do we need to buy the tickets? Always buy the ticket to attend the music festival. It's also free sometimes.
Yes, it's also free sometimes, especially the ones that the government pay for it.
Mm. Do you like to watch the music festivals um, with performances presented by students or professionals?
Oh, yes, I prefer the ones with the students because I think that they're at my age, but they can perform well the dances, the movements. So it's like something that really exciting, and also I kind of feel proud about it.
Do you think it's really wasteful of money to spend a lot of money to when the people spend a quite large amount of money to buy expensive tickets for the concerts presented by idols.
Oh, yeah, yes. There's one part of me think that I would not ever spend time on those kind of activities. But in my social science, I think that the people they have worked for their money, they have worked hard to get money, and it's their own money. They can decide whether to spend it or not.
If you are now you are just students, you don't have jobs, you don't have income, you rely on your parents, would you spend money to buy musical festival tickets even it's really cheap?
No, I would not, because after all, it's not my money, and my I think that my parents would be so upset if they find out I spend money on such activities.
Mm. Are you interested in going to the craft exhibit?
Okay. Oh, yes, I am, because I think that the people they are just the normal people as me, and they can do many things like that. I mean that they are very wonderful.
Mm. Would you want to attend the exhibition, um, which displays the works of art from professionals or even by the students? It doesn't matter who made it. I
Yes, I think
mean,
that
yeah.
uh, I think that is it doesn't matter who made it because I appreciate every handmade thing, and even if it's from the student or the professionals and it doesn't cost any, then I will join it.
So, do you think the art and craft exhibition can earn a lot of money? And if yes, how should they spend the money?
Yes, I think that selling those handmade things can earn a lot of money, and when the artist they get the money from the customer, the buyers. I mean, it is their own purposes on spending their money, but in a better way. I mean that they should spend that money for, they should give the money for the charity organizations.
Mm. So if you go to the craft exhibition, you just browse around the exhibition, or you would spend money to buy maybe one or two uh, objects.
Yes, maybe I will buy something. It depends on the mood.
Okay. How about the poetry? Do you like poetry?
Yes, I do. I like to enjoy the poetry, especially the foreign one, the ones from the foreign country.
Mm. Do you consider yourself as a person who have the ability to comprehend the poetry meanings in the Vietnamese poetry?
Oh, yes, I do. Because I mean that I really enjoy spending my time to be deep in the poetries, and also to if I do not understand the meaning, I will try to find out just to have the maybe the same mood as the writer.
Mm. Do you struggle when you study literature at school?
Yes, sometimes because especially the lessons on how to write an essay. But when I get to the real exam, I just throw whatever in my head, and it turns out very kind of good.
Mm. Do you think which is more difficult, writing an essay in English or writing an essay in Vietnamese?
Yes, I think that writing an essay in Vietnamese would be a little more difficult because we have to not only we have to inform the meanings to the teacher, but we also need to find words that have the same meaning, but it perform in it's like we have to find complicated words to perform to make our essays look deeper.
Attractive.
Ah,
You mean it's
yes.
mean in uh try to find out the synonyms of the word. You mean a little more difficult in writing Vietnamese essays or English essays?
In Vietnamese.
Um, I I believe that it was difficult for me to write an essay in Vietnamese when I was a high school student. At that time, my memory or my impressions was that teachers should ask the student um, to analyze the meaning of the words or some details in the short story from the short story when we discussed topic uh, topic. But I don't think that I don't think the teacher at that time helped the student to develop the organizing skill, how to organize their essay. When I study English, and I think that writing an essay isn't difficult anymore. So if I give you a topic and you need to write an essay, do you think how much time do you need to write 300 word essays
Oh,
in
yes.
English?
I
Yeah.
think in English, eh?
Mm.
Yes, I mean that I think that I would need about 5 minutes to
To
to get the main
brainstorm.
ideas. Yes, brainstorm. Yes, to brainstorm the ideas, and maybe 13 minutes, 30 minutes to write
Mm.
down.
Mm. Okay. Um, I see. When I was a student, until now, when I surf the social media, uh, I realized that Vietnamese teachers or Vietnamese students uh, give an applaud to some students who write a really long essays
Mm.
in English, maybe include 10 or 20 pages. Do you think is it necessary to write 10 or 20 pages to write an essay when they take a test, the entrance test?
Uh, yes, I think that to 10 to 20 pages seems too much. I mean that I care about the contents more as long as the
Mm,
students write enough the information that I need to know, then
mm,
that one will get high score. But I also think that they should maybe a little longer than just about a few pages.
mm. When I apply using the method how to write an essay in English, I think it would be more easy for students if the teachers using the similar method to teach Vietnamese students how to write a Vietnamese essay. Essay is Vietnamese. It's really, I don't think it's really necessary to show your talent when you write an essay of 10 pages. I don't think it's really. But I see the teachers also give the student 10 marks if they write a lot of words, including more than 5 pages. Uh, would you want to become a novelist in the future? Do you think one day you
Yes.
would become the novelist? Mm.
Yeah. I don't think so because I think that even I'm having a lot of story that I need to tell, and my life is a little exciting, but I don't think that I will write down, or I don't also I'm not very confident in the way I inform people of my thinking. I'm scared that I will upset them or make them have misunderstandings about me.
And you don't like receiving criticisms from someone about your products.
Yes.
I so how about in other aspect? Are you afraid of receiving criticism? Criticism.
Yes, I also I always scared of that. Scared of someday I will get criticisms from or bad words of someone. Even if someone talk behind my back, I would be so upset too.
Mm. So this means you when you produce a product or a work of art, uh, so you would care much about other people's opinions about you and about your products.
No, I would not because maybe I would get a little upset and yes, upset, but I just don't care about the other thinkings because I don't think that they can give me or they can give me something that will improve my work.
Mm. So if one day you would come out and you launch a new product, maybe the some kind of educational videos or maybe the kind of a document or the study result, and you post it online. I mean, would you want to show your effort to other people and share experience with other people, or you just want to keep for you, for keep it for yourself, and you don't have interest in sharing?
I think that I would share my mostly my knowledge and then I only in my opinion I only accept the comments, not the criticism.
Okay, maybe comments include both. positive and negative. So criticism just include negative, right? Negative opinions.
Yes.
Are you interested in joining the food festival?
Yeah, yes, somehow, because usually at those festivals they have free food for the attendants.
Free food? Maybe some try food, right? Some food for
Yes.
the attendants to try, the participant to try, not completely free because they sell the products, they earn money. Mm, how about the sports festival? Are you interested in sports? Have you ever buy a ticket or join the sport festival without paying any money?
Yes, there is festival of sport festival as our at our school. It means its name Hội khỏe phù đổng. It
Mm.
celebrated every year.
Mm. So, what is the meaning behind the sport festival? The organizers just hold sport festivals because they want to celebrate. Maybe they want to make money, or they want to create the activity for students just to one part of obligation from the school curriculum. Or are there any other um, meaning, meaningful? I mean, any other meaning for the behind the event?
Yes, I think that it mostly the main purpose is to encourage the sport spirit in every student, like to inform or to oh yes, to inform the student the meanings of sport and also the advantages of sport, and also increase the competitiveness in students.
Do you think students join or attend the sport competition because they know the benefits of playing sports, or just because they join the sport for fun and for the awards?
Yes, because I think that somehow they understand the benefits of sport because uh, they usually each class would usually choose one of the most one of the best student in class for sport activities, and I mean that they do know the advantages of the activities, but the most part is they care about what's more.
Okay. I didn't know the benefits of playing sports until I studied at university because at that time I studied English essay and I need to write an essay about a certain topic. At that time, including sports topic. And when I need to read the sample articles, I know that, oh, it turned out that uh, playing sport is really beneficial to our health. And this can also help us improve our work or study performance. I don't think all of the students would understand the benefits of playing sport to their personal life. So people, in my opinion, people or students in particular play sport because the sport events is generated by the school and the school encourage the student to play sports, and through the events they have the opportunities to provide the student insights about the benefits of sports. Yeah. When you were a student at uh, maybe primary school or secondary school, were you aware of the benefits of playing sports?
Hmm. I think that I didn't care about the sports before
Mm,
in my younger age because
mm,
we usually just care about what meals we're having and what games will be in the class, and that's it.
mm, mm. And when I was at primary school, I also joined some folk game. which was really dangerous to my body or my health because at that time I didn't realize that. I didn't understand what is called sport or extremely dangerous activity. I just played it because I felt fun at that time. And when I grew up, uh, so people just know the benefits of something or the negatives of something when they read, they watch. Students don't have time to find out more topics, more the benefits in all aspects of life. And I see the sport events is held uh, with the aim of mm, raising the people awareness about maybe raising the people awareness of playing sport through the competition. People try to play, try to watch, they try to play, try to compete in the competition, and then they would read more articles about sport, and then they know that they realize that oh, sport is really not only for fun but also good for their physical well-being. How about the robot competition?
Oh,
Are you interested in this one?
uh, kind of, because I feel like it's a revolution in the word technology, but I'm not very interested in that.
Mm, so there are some robotic competitions, especially celebrated for the student who study in IT field. Uh, so they celebrate the robotic competition for what purpose?
Yes, I think that it encourages the students' thinking and also the applications of the knowledge they learn at school.
Mm, okay. So when you say it encourages, blah blah blah, and this is too general. Why? Because you don't tell me the percentage of the ability that can, maybe, must, definitely. So you can say it may, or it can, or it must, or it's definitely, blah, blah, blah. So is this
Uh,
one you make it less general because you give the percentage. So may, maybe 30%, can, maybe 50%, or must, you are sure about that, 100%. So say it can or it may. Huh? To show that you are sure or you are not certain about the thing you say. So it can encourage. Do you think in the future, schools or organization would celebrate more and more robotic competitions for the students and professionals to join?
yes, I think that it would be a trend in the near future because we're going to a more and more modern world, and we will need robots to do a lot of things.
Mm. Robots brings more benefits to the human life or would make the human life become more complicated.
Yes, I think that it would make the people life easier and also more inconvenient. But I also think that we shouldn't rely too much on the robots and the AI because we will be so. I mean that the convenience that the robots brings to it somehow make us a little lazy.
Mm, okay. So every product is made by human because people want to use that appliance assist their work or their study, anything in their life. The most important purpose is that that would make the people or the human life more, maybe, no, not more, make the human life simpler or easier. Of course, there are also another negative aspect of using the products or robots if we depend too much on something. Now, read the instruction, please. Read the instruction of number one.
Good. Listen to these short ex- 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 ex-
Extracts.
extracts from talks and complete the table to show the type of event each speaker is talking about.
So number one, two to six. Huh? Okay, now listen and number. This is quite easy, so listen only one time. Remember they would use the synonym or mention any word related to the topic. For example, instead of let's say sport, they would use mention the football, tennis, volleyball. Now 68.
Track 68. Speaker 1.
So, in conclusion, we can say that despite the difficulties we had at the beginning, we managed to complete the program over the 3 days without any further problems. In total, 10,000 attended the 3 days, and feedback suggests that the events were exciting and produced true champions, especially the athletics events. Next year, we'll have more money, so we're going to add new events to increase the competition and participation levels.
Speaker 2.
It's clear then that the events didn't go as well as originally planned, so we will have to rethink our arrangements for next year. Clearly, a large tent in the college grounds is not ideal for an event of this type if we're hit by bad weather again, as we were with this year's event. This caused a lot of problems with the preparation of the dishes and the display of the produce from different parts of the world. It also meant that visitors couldn't really get a chance to try everything on display. As a result, much of it went to waste, which is something we have to avoid next time.
Speaker 3.
One of the main issues that we had with this event was that the main attraction, Paul Simmons, had to cancel at the last minute, as he'd been suffering from a serious throat infection for a week and hadn't managed to recover in time. As a result, we had to find another act, and managed to get Nikki Monroe at very short notice. She performed magnificently. The audience loved her, and that saved the festival, I would say. Everyone agreed that she has an amazing vocal range.
Speaker 4.
The most successful aspect of the event was the variety of products that were on offer. It's wonderful to see students being so creative. We saw practical applications that'll make significant developments in education and even business if they go into production, as well as very entertaining ideas, especially the robot football game. I'm pleased to say that our college team won.
Speaker 5.
I'm sure you'll all agree when I say that the quality of the talks and performances over the last 3 days was very high. The talk given by the top novelist Henry Peters on effective plotting and characterization was excellent, and the audience will have learnt a great deal to help them with planning and writing their future works. What's more, the quality of verse produced in the workshops was very high, and we hope to run that again next time with greater overall participation.
Speaker 6.
While there were some wonderful and fascinating works on display, I felt that there wasn't enough variety. Unfortunately, this was because of the limited exhibition space we had. This meant that we could only have one room for portraits and another for landscapes. We hope to extend that next year into other forms, such as still life and abstract, but we'll have to see what rooms are available. We also hope to install clay ovens next year, to give our students the chance to create their own pottery and display it for the visitors.
Okay, number one, please.
Yes.
So number two.
Number two. Number two is food festival.
Keyword.
Keyword is visitors couldn't really get a chance to try everything on displays.
Mhm. And preparation of the dishes. Okay. Number two. Number
Number two
three.
is, number three is music festival.
Keyword.
Keyword is, they mention some names of the singers. No? Oh yes, there was Harry Peters and Mickey Monroe.
So
Oh
I
no,
if I don't know so I don't know who they are. Who they are. So this one is vocal range.
oh yes.
And they performed. Maybe performed, but we don't know what kind of performance. So vocal range. Number four.
Number four is technological fair.
Technology.
Technology fair.
Keyword.
Keyword is robot football game.
Number five.
Number five is poetry and literature festival.
Correct. Keyword.
Keyword is the talk and yes, the talk and the buzz.
Talks for literature. Novelist. Plotting. Plotting. What does it mean? The mainstream of the content. The mainstream content of the story. We say plotting. Plotting. For example, the plotting is the about a boy, a boy called Nobita and the magic mechanic cat called Doraemon, and they have their wonderful adventures through through the series of hundreds episodes. So it's the plotting. What does it mean?
Oh, is it cốt truyện?
That's right. And we have the characterization. It's the way how the authors or the writers describe the characters, build the characters that make the character sound real. So characterization. What does it mean?
Yes, it's like, is it xây dựng tâm lý nhân vật?
Okay, xây dựng nhân vật ha. Xây dựng nhân vật.
À,
Including the appearance and then the psychology.
well,
Okay. So number five, poetry and literature festival. Number six, the last one, keyword.
yes, keyword is landscape and hold on. Yes,
Portraits.
for portraits and
Portraits, what does
landscapes.
it mean?
It's, it's like the pictures.
Kind of picture. That's just maybe display one part of the person, the upper part of the person. This is called portrait. And we have also have the word pottery. The product made of clay, clay, made of clay, pottery. We also have another word, ceramic. So distinguished, ceramic. Ceramic is a pot or any other object made of clay. We say ceramic. What does it mean?
Yes, is gốm.
Gốm, yeah. And we have pottery. Pottery is a little similar, but they are not the synonym. So pottery, pots are dishes. We would say pottery is one part of ceramic. Cái từ ceramic là gốm nè, pottery là gốm, đồ gốm. Vậy thì cái nào nó rộng hơn?
Chắc cái ceramic á.
Ceramic rộng hơn. Ok. Ceramic nhé, ceramic nha.
Ceramic.
Ceramic. Now, exercise 2. Now read the instruction, please.
The speaker, Dr.
Yes.
The speaker, Dr. Saunders, is talking about the preparations for a recent arts festival at a university. Before you listen, look at sentences 1 to 4 and underline the keywords or and phrases. Listen and choose the correct alternative in each sentence to create a summary of this talk. You may hear both alternatives, but the context should help you make the correct choice.
Alternatives. Doctor Ford called the title to call someone who holds a doctoral degree. Doctoral degree, not a doctor in the hospital. Master degree and then doctoral degree. Number one. Cái phần này á, mấy cái bài nghe á, là mình phải chịu khó đọc, mình hiểu nghĩa nó. Ok. Number one. Keyword.
Keyword. 4 years.
4 years. Yeah. What else?
Music and performing arts.
4 years. Mostly music and performing arts. Còn một từ nữa là most recently. Tức là phải có thời gian nữa. Nó sẽ đề cập luôn cả painting, crafts và photography, films. Nó đề cập lại cả hai cụm luôn. Nhưng mà thời gian sẽ khác nhau. Lúc này mới biết được là cái gì nhá. Chỗ này nè. From university student. Number 2 nè.
Took part in the latest festival.
And particularly, it's especially encouraged. The number. Number 3.
Number 3, and at the university and at the city college.
And festival visitors. The student have. Student have. And remember this in the past form. Huh? What did they have with? Number 4.
Number 4, include extending the festival reputation and giving students the chance.
So this one, giving students a chance to get experience of organizing events and the aim. When I mention the aim, so it's come to number 4. And S, this means the role of the student when they have the event. So who they are paid workers or they are just volunteers. This means unpaid workers. Listen and circle. So to make it clean, because sometimes you circle and then it's wrong and you correct it. So just write. I would say number 1 IB, number 2 IB, number 3 IB, number 4 IB, and then you circle it. Don't circle because it's difficult for you to correct it. So just circle A or B. Now listen and circle.
Track 69.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this meeting to review this year's Arts Festival. As you know, this is the fourth and biggest festival that we've run at the university, and it's clear now that it's fast becoming a fixture in the calendar of the city and the county, and attracting attention from the rest of the country, as well as from abroad. First of all, I'd like to review the preparations for the festival, then go on to do an analysis of the festival itself and how well it went. The plan is then for you to work in teams of 3, with 1 tutor and 2 students in each team, and for you to discuss the festival in more detail so you can come up with suggestions for the organizing committee to consider for next year's festival. Well, as I said, we're in our 4th year, and we added some new events. The first festival focused mainly on music and the performing arts, as it was felt that those would be the best types of event for both students and the public to take part in. More forms of art, in particular short films and photography, were added over the next 2 years, and this year we extended our offer to include painting and crafts, with a particular focus on the students here producing their own work, both for exhibition and competition. This was largely successful, but I'll discuss that in detail later. We also invited professional artists in some of the fields to perform, and that will be something for you to review for the next event. What was particularly encouraging this year was that we had contributions to the festival from the highest number of students to date, with representatives from every nationality at the university. As in previous years, we plan to use the spare university accommodation for all the visitors, both students and non-students. But as we expected a greater attendance at this year's festival, we also arranged accommodation at the City College 3 miles from here, and arranged coach transfers between the college and the university campus. Unfortunately, that proved problematic, and we won't repeat those arrangements next year. We also arranged the catering both here and at the City College, and one of the new ideas we tried was to experiment with dishes based on different regional themes over the 5 days. This allowed our international students, well, the keen cooks among them anyway, to create the menus and work with the catering company to produce breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Of course, one of the main aims of this festival, apart from the obvious ones of extending the university's reputation and giving our students the chance to take part in a wonderful event, was to help develop our young people's organizational skills and give them some experience of real work, mostly as volunteers. Of course, we had to pay for professional organizers to make sure the festival ran well, but as our money was limited and we wanted to give as many opportunities to our students as possible, we made sure that they ran all of the events themselves under the direction of the professionals and, of course, alongside the tutors.
So let's correct number 1.
Number 1 is painting and crafts.
Correct. So the keyword is first we listen to in 4th year, and which one?
Yes. To include painting and crafts with a particular focus on the student here, producing their own work.
Okay, and this year is been most recently, because they mentioned short films and photograph that added over the next 2 years, but in the past and this year's have it's extended for a simple the present perfect. So this year is meant most recently. Okay, painting and crafts. Number 2.
Number 2 is students.
A students, correct? Keyword.
What was particularly encouraging this year was that we had contributions to the festival from the highest number of students to date.
Okay. Number 3.
think it would be um, accommodation. A.
So we look at the word. We also arranged accommodation. So they arranged accommodation without mentioning the help. Now, this allowed international students creating the menus and work with the catering company. So the international student gave help. They join hand in the creating the menus and work in the catering company. You know catering company?
Yes.
Okay, so the answer is B. Catering arrangements. They help. Number 4.
Number 4 is B. Volunteers.
B. Keyword.
Uh, was to help develop our young people's organizational skills and give them some experience of real work, mostly at volunteers.
Okay, mostly yes, volunteers. Exercise 3. Write 2 words or a number. For example, we can write 2 students or 2 young students. It's 2 words and a number. But if you write 2 young students, so it's wrong because it's 3 words, but you can write 2 words and then with a number. So 2 words and or a number. So remember 2 words. Number 1, keyword.
The keyword is most popular.
Mm,
Many different entries and high levels of attendance.
okay, so most popular, different entries, many different entries and high level of attendance. This means the high level is mean
Nhiều người.
attendance is mean the number of people who attend. High level is mean they are.
They are a lot.
Or
Crowded.
I mean, no, I mean that they high level is mean they have high level in knowledge. This means the so this is about the festival, right? Attendance maybe the people or the work of arts, maybe their products or their their products or their works with the high level is referred to the quality, the quality. And before you listen to number 1, you would listen to this number first, huh? And it show you always already passed. And then do we talk about the most popular? Remember, write the word before the word event. Number 2.
Number 2 is craft exhibition.
So before you listen to this one, remember you will hear this one first. And then they tell you on the crafts, move to the craft exhibitions. And
var- variety and quality of crafts.
sorry, I forgot to give you the form, the word form of number 1. You think it's the noun or an adjective?
Oh yes, it's a tính từ.
Okay, maybe adjective or maybe the noun because it's the name of the event.
Đúng rồi. The
Yeah,
event
name of the event. Number 2 was
maybe the tính từ or danh từ.
So it's with adjective to describe. Describe the craft recipes. Describe because of so it needs to be reviewed. When someone needs to be reviewed, it means it's excellent or not excellent. It's not perfect, right?
Yes.
Okay. So despite the variety and quality, despite it needs to be reviewed. So focus on the adjective. Number 3.
Number 3 is um, danh từ.
Yeah. So were stolen. Were stolen. So the plural noun or singular noun.
Số nhiều.
Yeah, plural. Số nhiều. Plural
Plural.
noun. Because were stolen. Cái này nó 3.000 nhá. Xong rồi nó bị đánh cắp nè. Thì cái gì đó bị đánh cắp à. Number 4.
Number 4 is worst of danh từ.
Yeah, a noun. Singular noun. Keyword.
Keyword. The extra accommodation.
So first I mentioned complaints about accommodation and their bookings was very late. Unfortunately, so this one is good or not good?
Not good.
Yeah, not good meaning. So remember, they would give you the singular noun, but it refers to the negative meaning. Extracurricular. Words of verb. Use the noun to describe this one. Maybe it's the not the negative meaning. Before, so number 5.
Number 5 was spent on maybe danh từ.
Yeah, the noun. How about this one? Biết là danh rồi nhưng mà mình làm sao mình biết được tới cái khúc này rồi? Nó chỉ nói tới money thôi. Còn thêm cái gì nữa nhỉ?
Chắc là
To work with là sao nhỉ? To work with là sao nhỉ? To work with là
Nhớ nào.
cái từ work with là gì ta?
Không biết nữa, hợp tác hả?
Làm việc. Làm việc với ai đó. Vậy thì ở đây sẽ là gì nhỉ?
Chắc là người nào đó hả?
Người nhá, danh từ chỉ người. Nhưng mà chỗ này là danh người chỉ người, vậy thì nó số nhiều hay số ít ta?
Chắc là số không biết nữa.
Có chữ đâu, số nhiều. Không có chữ cái chữ mới số ít nè. Phải không? Thấy bình thường nhá, danh từ mà nó không đếm được thì không nói. Mà nó đếm được vào đằng sau á, có dấu hiệu của số nhiều thì mình nhiều rồi, nhưng mà chỗ này nó chữ đây là dấu hiệu của số ít. Chỗ đây sao? Không có chữ thì chỗ này sẽ là số nhiều, bởi vì danh từ chỉ người nó đếm được trừ một số từ đặc biệt thôi. Rồi, vậy chỗ này đó là gì? Cái số tiền mà được tiêu vào cái người đó làm việc với volunteers thì nói gì? Không đáng tiền nha, cho nên họ cần phải giảm cái chi phí đó. Vậy thì giảm cái số tiền mà cho ai? Ở đây là volunteers nè, vậy thì cái từ ở đây sẽ là một cái người nào đó làm việc với volunteers. Có số 6 nè.
Số 6 là to be more, chắc là danh từ á.
Needs to be more cần gì? Đúng rồi, more thì có thể là gì? More là nhiều hơn. More có thể là một tính từ đúng không? Được không? Dùng tính từ được không?
Không, nó có suggest, advertising, đồ này kia.
Rồi. Thế là more, sao more có thể đi với tính từ ở dạng so sánh, tuy nhiên nó có từ there là có nè. Rồi có suggest nữa, vậy chỗ này chắc chắn là danh rồi. Mà danh này thì là danh đếm được, không đếm được hay là số ít đây?
Chắc là không đếm được.
Một là nó không đếm được nhé, uncount. Còn nếu mà nó đếm được thì nó phải đứng ở dạng số nhiều. Ở đây không có chữ Và với từ advertising với sponsorship nó là danh từ không đếm được, thì khả năng cao ở đây sẽ là gì? Không
Không
đếm
đếm
được. Cái bước này là mình phải là mình phân tích rất là lâu nhá, mình làm sau này mình làm quen rồi thì mình nhìn vô là mình thấy liền. Còn hiện tại thì cứ phân tích kỹ rồi mới làm, còn không phân tích kỹ á, là vô nó nghe một dùi luôn, không biết điền chữ nào hết. Mà cái bài này là cái bài tính ra nó dễ ăn điểm hơn cái bài mà chọn ABC.
Ồ dạ.
Cái bài mà chọn ABC nó nói đủ chữ hết, ABC nó quay mình xoay một vòng hết. Còn cái bài này mình chỉ cần xác định từ vựng, từ khóa, xong rồi mình điền vô thôi. Cái này nó là dễ hơn ABC nha. Rồi thêm một việc nữa là đặc biệt nữa là gì? Từ các công ty,
Địa phương.
đúng không? Rồi từ các công ty mà chỗ này không đếm được cái gì đó từ công ty. Cái gì từ công ty hoặc là người từ công ty, thì khả năng ở đây sẽ là người từ công ty hay là cái gì đó từ công ty.
Tức là cái gì đó.
Cái gì đó, tại vì ở đây là không đếm được mà. Vậy thì xem cái gì đó từ công ty nhé. Rồi
Okay.
nghe nha. Ok, đâu gom này lâu đó, gom ngoài không ha, bỏ đi. Rồi nghe nè, nghe một lần thôi nhá, giống như mình
Okay.
thi vậy đó, nghe một lần thôi mình chắc đáp án.
Track 70.
So, now let me turn to the actual event and how it went. As I said, we had the biggest offer of arts events in the 4 years we've been running the festival. In total, the number of visitors over the whole 5 days was 12,500, which is a 10% increase on the previous year and just over 3 times the number in the first year that we held it. This clearly shows that we're going in the right direction by expanding the variety of events on offer. The short film event at the University Cinema was the best attended, with entries from a wide variety of nationalities here at the university on a number of fascinating topics. I think we can all agree that the quality was excellent, as was the standard of the photography exhibition and the paintings in the art gallery. Our feedback from students and visitors was very positive. However, there are 3 issues that we should address in our discussions. Firstly, Wayne Rogers, our headline music act, had to call off 2 days before the event due to illness, and we didn't have time to find another act. Needless to say, all those who bought tickets for the main concert were disappointed, and we had to return their money. We need to discuss suggestions for avoiding this in the future. Also, while we had some good crafts on display, especially the clothes, pottery, sculptures, and glass objects, the exhibition was poorly attended, so we have to decide if it needs to be changed or perhaps reduced in some way. The last issue involves the art gallery and, in particular, security. Although we had attendants on duty all the time, 3 paintings were stolen, much to the disappointment of the artists who painted them. They were valued at around £3,000 in total, and the artists had expected to be able to sell them in the future. So we need to look into this and think about how we can increase security for next year, while also avoiding any unnecessary inconvenience for our visitors. Regarding the arrangements for accommodation and catering, generally things went well, but there were some issues with the accommodation in the City College. As there were a lot of late bookings, we had to provide more accommodation than we had originally planned to do, with the result that some people ended up in accommodation of a lower standard than they expected. We apologized to them and gave them back part of their payments, but we need to avoid this issue in the future, especially as the festival is growing and we don't want to harm our reputation. Another issue was that at certain times of the day, there were not enough volunteers on hand to help visitors, so we'll need to make sure that we organize the availability of volunteers better next time. On the other hand, the transport that we organized was excellent, and the catering was highly appreciated, both in terms of variety and quality. So I'd like you to think of more ideas to extend the catering opportunities for next year. The last thing I want to focus on now is how much we spent. As I said earlier, we had budgeted for £50,000 to organize the event and expected £50,000 in earnings. But the final balance sheet showed that the event actually raised just over £90,000. So we have plenty of money to go into the budget for next year, which is an excellent result. However, I feel there are still some areas where we could cut our spending and perhaps reduce charges for visitors. Many of the volunteers felt that some of the paid helpers that we brought in to supervise the activities were not really worth the expense. They felt that some of them did very little for what we paid them, and others didn't really organize some of the events that well. So I would welcome suggestions on improving organization while saving money. Also, I feel that another good way of raising funds is to get more business support from local companies who could help the festival grow by sponsoring events and advertising their products and services more around the festival. Now I'd like to turn to other...
Nghe được mấy câu á?
Ờ, chắc là nghe được hết, không biết là đúng hay không.
Ok, sửa thôi, gì đâu. Không sai thì cứ sửa thôi. Ở đâu phải siêu nhân đâu mà đụng vô là hết, đúng hết được. Number one.
Number one is short film.
Correct. Where is it?
Giờ cái hàng thứ 7 á.
Okay. Short film. The most popular is mean the best attended. Number two.
Is poorly attended.
Poorly attended. This one, right? Poorly attended. So we have to decide if it needs to be changed. Number three.
Is 3 paintings.
Was stolen. Three paintings were stolen. Number.
Rồi, chỗ đó mình ghi số được không? Hay là mình ghi cái chữ đó luôn?
Ghi được, tại vì cái chữ paintings nó có một chữ thôi.
Okay.
Ví dụ mình ghi số 3 thì chỗ này nó tính là một từ một số. Còn ghi hai này thì tính thành hai từ. Bởi vì nếu nhầm đề cho one word only á, chỗ này là ghi số 3. Còn này 2 thì ghi được. Three paintings. Number four.
Is lower standard.
Lower standard. Keyword. Ở đâu nè?
Chỗ some people ended up in accommodation of a lower standard than they expected.
Yeah. Lower standard. The accommodation. They complained. Need to provide more is mean extra accommodation. Lower standard. Number five.
Number 5 is paid helpers.
Correct. Paid, right? Paid helpers. Which one?
Cái gì ta? The some of the paid helpers that we brought in
Were not really worth the expense. So paid helpers, correct. Number six.
Number 6 chắc local support hả?
Local support. More, blah, 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 blah. Business support. Đúng được 5,5 luôn, ghê chưa? Quá dễ.
Ủa, tính gì được luôn hả? Tính 5 được luôn hả?
Không, ý nói giỡn thôi, chứ tính 5 câu thôi. Nhưng mà cũng đúng được khoảng support nè. Nhưng mà sai local. Đi đây thì họ không tính nha. Ngày xưa á, có S hay không S là họ đều tính. Nhưng mà ngày nay S mới được có. Cái nào có S, đáp án có S thì mới được tính. Cái án có S mà không ghi S thì không được tính đâu. Thiếu một chữ S hoặc chưa một chữ S thì đều không được. Bây giờ phân tích cái bài này bằng tiếng Việt rồi về làm nghe nè. Chỗ này làm sao? Nhớ đọc đề. Đọc đề để mình biết có bao nhiêu người và giọng của ai. Cái câu đầu tiên xem người đó là học sinh hay là giáo sư hay là tiến sĩ, lúc này mình nghe cái tông giọng của họ nha. Sau đó họ sẽ gọi một trong hai người là Sanita hay là Lauren, xong rồi mới để ý luôn hai đứa này đều là con gái, cho nên phải làm sao để ý giọng của nó, phân biệt giọng nói. Để làm tốt cái bài mà ba bốn người, mình phải đi xem podcast mà ba bốn người nói á, nhưng mà mình không có xem mặt, mình chỉ nghe thôi để mình phân biệt. Nghe riết và phải phân biệt luôn cái giọng của người đó. Nhiều khi nó có ba người mà ba người đó đều là nữ hoặc là ba người đều là nam hết. Rồi câu một nè, câu một từ khóa của mình sẽ là
Student với lại well known local.
không, cái này là từ để mình chọn mà
Ủa
mình
vậy?
sẽ không, cái từ này chọn một trong hai á. Thì cái
À,
từ mà họ nhắc tới á là cái con nhỏ này, người đi sẽ gọi là Sanjita, là bắt đầu nó nói xong rồi nó mới nhắc tới cái từ artist in reverse, tại vì nó sẽ nói nhiều, ba đứa mà nó thay qua thay lại, nó thay tới khi nào nó nhắc tới từ artist in reverse, còn nghĩ nó là gì kệ nó nhắc tới là mình để ý rồi coi nó thích cái nào. Sau đó mới tới đứa là gì, Lawrence. Chỗ đây nó sẽ nói về gì, unlikely for the main act to be unable to play in the future, tức là sao?
ừ. Man City. Trả lời sai.
Câu này là sao?
Ừ.
Unlikely là gì?
Không có vẻ như.
À, có vẻ như là cái người này, không có vẻ như giống cái người này, họ sao, họ không thể
Không
nào vậy.
được chơi trong tương lai.
À, tức là cái phương án này không có vẻ như, tức là nó không khả thi á, không khả thi cho cái người này, bởi vì họ sẽ không có chơi. Chơi gì trời, họ đóng vai.
À,
Main act là diễn viên ha, không thể đóng cái vai, tức là không thể diễn cái vai, cái vở kịch đó trong tương lai. Và ở đây nè, hai từ này nó khác nhau ở chỗ nào? Last night hay là the last night, tức là sao?
trừ cái ngày cuối cùng. Đêm cuối
Cái
cùng.
đêm, cái đêm cuối đó, còn cái này là diễn mỗi đêm luôn. Rồi, tức là những người này không thể diễn, có vẻ như là họ không diễn được, cho nên là lúc này phải chọn một cái local band, mà local band này cho họ diễn khi nào. Xong rồi nó
À,
nhắc tới event, chỗ này sẽ là từ khóa ha. À, họ tới cái khúc này rồi, tại vì nó nói nhiều lắm, nó một đoạn tới 5 phút hoặc là 5 phút, là một đoạn nó nói tới 5 phút hoặc là 4 phút, còn đề thi là nó nói tới 7 phút, là cho nên là nó nói rất là dài, mình phải bắt chợt bắt cái chỗ mà nó nói. Thì bên này không biết là nó nói ai trước nha, nó không có quy định là nói cái cụm này trước hay là cái cụm này trước,
rồi.
cho mình phải tự xử thôi. Nó nói gì mặc kệ, nhưng mà nó nói cái ông này trước thì mình chuẩn bị qua này luôn, còn nếu như nó đụng tới là nhỏ này nó nói trước, cái giọng của đứa này để ý là gì, fashion ha. Đứa này nó nói là gì ta, make more of the fashion section, tức là sao?
Tức là làm thêm cái phần thời trang.
À, làm thêm, làm thêm cho cái phần này. Còn anh này anh nói là gì, quần áo phải làm sao,
Được chia ra.
tách biệt khỏi cái,
À, đồ thủ
tức
công
là
khác.
cái này á, cái này mà trưng bày á, nó phải tách cái grabs, hai này không chung được. Còn cái bà này
À,
bà nói là gì, bà nói là một, cái phương án thứ nhất là bà chọn ba cái này chung, hay là bà nói là chỉ dùng close thôi, bỏ cái kia ra. Câu ba từ khóa lại là cái đây nhá, cái từ khóa là cái event nè, bên này là gì, nhắc tới language, còn bên này nói về gì nè, một bên là một cái là
một bên là học sinh,
à,
còn một
cái
bên
là học
là
sinh, còn một cái là chỉ dành cho
người nổi tiếng.
vợ nổi tiếng. Thì khi mà nói vợ nổi tiếng thì nó nhắc, nó ám chỉ cái gì, nổi tiếng thì người nổi tiếng diễn, được chưa, kiểu như mấy
Ờ,
người professional á. Còn này nó chỉ nói về, bà nói là, tức là chọn là bà sẽ chọn là sẽ bao gồm cái phần kịch với lại thơ của học sinh trình diễn, hay là chỉ chỉ show lên cái phần của người nổi tiếng thôi. Những cái nhà
Ừ.
văn nhà thơ nổi tiếng á, professionals.
Ừ.
Rồi, photography nè. Mình thấy không? Hai bên nó đều cho mình cái keyword. Ví dụ cho bên này nó cho keyword bên này, cho keyword bên này. Thì bên này nó cho keyword bên này. Nhưng mà digital và non-digital là sao? Digital là
Điện tử hả?
điện tử. Ví dụ mình nói digital camera là chỉ cái thiết bị máy
Em đây.
ảnh. Rồi,
À,
vậy thì only digital photographs tức là cái ảnh nó ở đâu?
ở trong cái máy đó hả?
Đúng rồi, nó trong cái máy đó. Nó có thể là điện thoại, iPad, iPhone, laptop hay cái gì mà kệ, nhưng nó vẫn còn trong cái thiết bị đó. Còn non-digital lúc này nó sẽ là gì?
Đồ được xuất ra rồi hả?
Đúng, nó được xuất ra rồi, nó được in ra luôn rồi đó. Thì bên này nè, bên này là bà này bà nói là bà chỉ muốn cái này theo kiểu digitally thôi, tức là show lên cái thiết bị đó thôi, cho người ta tự xem. Còn bên này nó sẽ nói là một là bà này cũng đồng ý với bà đây, hai là bà này bà nghĩ là cho hai cái luôn, ai thích coi gì coi. Rồi, cái này là 71 ha. Rồi 72 nè, tương tự về nhà phân tích ha, danh đọc tính trạng.
Ok,
Xong rồi
ok.
cứ là phải phải đoán từ loại trước nha, đoán từ loại và đoán ngữ cảnh mình sẽ nghe, có thể là người hay là vật hay là gì đó. Mình phân tích kỹ thì mình nghe một lần mình sẽ làm được, còn mà không phân tích á, đụng vô nghe luôn á, nghe 4 lần cũng không ra nữa.
Ừ.
Vậy thì mình sẽ làm 3 bài nhé.
Ok, ok.
Cái phần này là 2 từ thôi, phần này mấy từ, phần này 1 từ. Rồi nghe 3 đoạn không sao, sửa bài nghỉ nha.
Ok,
Bye bye
ok.
Sư. Ừ.